Hi there, I'm David Icke. We're here to talk about writing. This is the third part of a series on the shape of a story. I'm using Dan Wells' 7-point plot system, kind of smushing it together with Lester Dent's master fiction plot. And we're talking about short stories specifically. But with a few modifications, these concepts will work for stories of any length because it's a very traditional Western story form. You can trace this form all the way back to Aristotle. It's not the only way to write a story. It's just one very good way. Now, in this third video, I want to talk about the first pinch point. This is the second quarter of the story. So if you have a 6,000 word story, the first pinch is going to happen in the second quarter, the second 1,500 words. And the first pinch point is where you apply pressure to your protagonist and his friends. Now, they're still reacting to the events of the hook and the first twist. Now you're giving them more trouble to react to. You want to think in what we call try-fail cycles. So your characters are reacting to the trouble by trying something, and then they fail, or even worse, they succeed. And it draws them even deeper into the trouble and into the main conflict. A good way to think about it is that every scene, not just in the pinch point, but throughout your story, every scene presents a question to the characters. So you have a battle scene, but it's not just a battle, it's a question. Can Captain Stoutheart defend against the enemy attack? Can they? For every scene, except for the final resolution, you should answer the question with either yes, but, or no, and furthermore. Yes, but, or no, and furthermore. Why? Those answers are going to draw your protagonist further into the conflict and further into trouble. And trouble is the key to the pinch point. That storm that was threatening in the hook, it should break now. Things need to go wrong. There's a saying that a story is just where you take your characters, you get them up in a tree, you throw rocks at them, and then you get them down from the tree. This is where you throw the rocks at them. So the car breaks down on the side of the road. The bad guys attack. This is a really good time, by the way, to introduce the villain, if you have one, and if you haven't introduced him already. Introduce him now. Now, especially in a short story, the trouble should all reflect the main conflict. You don't have room for anything else. So the main conflict and your protagonist's relationship to the conflict should be completely clear by this point. And if it's not clear, make it clear. Also, it's the pinch point. We want to take a page from Lester Dent here, and we want to make sure we throw our protagonist into some kind of physical conflict. We talked about this back in the hook. It's not just about fight scenes, though fight scenes are great. Physical conflict just means things are happening, people are moving around the stage. The key here, they're moving around the stage in opposition to each other. So it could be an argument, could be a sword fight, could be a trade negotiation. I think I used that one last time. The point is, they have opposing interests, and they are doing things and saying things, and they're in opposition to each other. That's it for the first pinch point. I could probably say more, but I'm running out of time. If you found this helpful, please hit the thumbs up button down there. And in my next video, we're going to be taking a look at the midpoint of the story. We're almost there, almost halfway through. So make sure you hit the subscribe button down there and that little notification bell so that you know when I release that video. And then finally, I have a question for you. What's your favorite kind of conflict in a story? Is it man versus man? Is it man versus environment? Is it a romance, a heist? Please let me know down in the comments. I'm really curious to hear what kind of conflicts you enjoy. So I'll see you down there, and until then, have a good one.